Honorable Member for Sandu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, uh, for giving me the floor. Honorable Speaker, much has been said about this budget, and I don't think I would intend to waste much time on the submission that I want to make. Honorable Speaker, technically, the budget has been sliced down. If you compare the estimates 2020 to the approved budget 2019, almost by 3.85%. But if you look at it in other way around again, it has been technically increased in some aspects. We discovered a lot of new budget lines which were not part of the 2019 budgets. And all these increase were not made on the development aspect of the budgets, but the recurring. And Honorable Speaker, definitely, if you see we are taking all these loans to make sure that we develop or we transform this nation. And we are taking a loan with the intention of preventing us from taking loan again. But taking loan is on the increase and then not the opposite. Honorable Speaker, when you look at the budget line of agriculture, and already Gambia is a signatory to a declaration, which is Maputo, and it is 6.91%, which is less than the 10% which is supposed to be from our national budget to agriculture. And agriculture, Honorable Speaker, is one of the sectors that when we put money into its productive sector, definitely we'll be able to transform our economy. Honorable Member for Serekunda mentioned it here. Honorable Speaker, he said maybe it's around Kuloro, but definitely you go to URR and see how women are suffering. And women definitely, what they are contributing to our national budget, if they are empowered, honestly, we'll be able to see a significant change. Go to URR. You see a woman who is definitely both dry season and rainy season is engaged in farming activities. From their farm to garden. From their farm, when they close by maybe around December, we are off groundnut season, then they will start to go into their garden. And all those produce, when they produce, some of them don't even have a market where to display their goods. And these goods are perishable goods. So they are not empowered, they are without cold store. Last year we mentioned it here to Minister of Agriculture. And first step is here, NEMA, they are establishing garden for women. They are producing, but definitely these women are not empowered. When they produce, at the end you go to the market, you don't even have a space to display your goods. Like if you go to Sandu, Kantoro, Tumana, it's definitely worrying. They will come to Basse, and they found out that there's no space for them. So at the end of the day, somebody will just come with all the effort that you have put into that, the money that you put there for fair, from your garden to the market center, will all go in vain. Definitely, our agriculture sector needs to be looked at, not only by lip services. We have projects, and this year, we approved almost $26 million. And that's $26 million just to help the women to invest into ruminants and other stuff. But now, if you look at the budget even, the tax that they impose on those, you want to help somebody to get livestock, and you put more tax. So like economists say, tax kill tax. So you want to get money, or you borrow money, you will empower somebody, and you put more tax on that person again. So definitely I don't think we are making a headway. And also health is another problem. When you come to here, according to research, every 180% got access to health service or health centers within 30 minutes. But go to the rural area. Out of every 100, it's only 20% that can get access to health services or health center within 1 hour. So which is definitely worrying. So So you can see that there's a connection between agriculture and health. If you look, you don't have good food, definitely you are subjected to have so many diseases. Look at our women, most of them, if you look at them now, when they are pregnant, they face a lot of difficulties. Some even have their blood vessels even will collapse. It's because we don't have proper health care. From the villages, hamlets, you go to the provinces, definitely health is an issue. And all of us here, from the executive, the way our women are delivering in our hospitals in the rural areas, nobody will want his wife or sister or his son or daughter to be born in that condition. Some are born, they don't have defects during when they have pregnancy during the 9-month period, but upon when they're delivering, the child will have a defect. And that defect will continue like that. Some children will go to school, not that because they are stupid, but because the mother during pregnancy lacks something. And that definitely will affect the child in the womb. And when the child, when it's delivered, it will continue with that defect, and there's nothing that you can do to correct that defect in that child. So, if you don't invest in that sector, then our future leaders, we are already setting precedent that we will be recruiting children that will not be mentally fit. Honorable Speaker, we look at education. Then we said for education, these are two: higher education and basic and secondary education. For basic and secondary education, we can say we are meeting our target according to UNESCO declaration. That is 4 to 6% or 15 to 20% of your national budget should be allocated to education. But we are allocating all these monies, yet still we could not realize any changes in our education sector. When you look at it before, if you look at education sector, the time allocation for each period in schools is different from with all these technologies now. We could not make any progress in our education sector. Higher education is also an area which is very worrying. We have only 3.12% for the total allocation of the total budgets. And it's education that we can use to transform a nation. Without quality education, you forget about transforming, because the lawyers that they are producing, the doctors that they are producing, the teachers, so they will not be of quality that they can give to students. So, Honorable Speaker, good. So, what I also observe in the budget is, if you look at the debt services and our commitment to international organizations, when you add them together, it's almost 90%. So, 10% alone, I don't think that cannot do anything in development. So why now we are committing ourselves to do something that we cannot? And we are also taking loans even than necessary. Because when you take the loans for the past 3 years, definitely we're supposed to get a significant change that will help us not to go into what we have taken before, and it will reduce also our debt burden. That is why when you look at World Health Organization and other institutions, we don't have a voting right. And the benefit that we should derive from those organizations again is stopped. It's all because when we take loans, we put it into productive sectors, then that will help us, because when any loan that you take, the loan must attract an interest. So which means you have to pay the loan plus the capital plus the interest. But when you take the loan, then the interest that we will get should at least help us to make sure that cut our expenses. Next year, we take maybe less loan than the previous years. So, Honorable Speaker, this is what I have to submit. Thank you very much.